Exciting review of the 5 a.m. Club. And today we are going to be reviewing chapter 9 of this book, which is titled A Framework for the Expression of Greatness. You are going to learn what separates great people from average people, what separates extraordinary people from the ordinary, and how you can also step into greatness, what you need to do. You are going to be learning the 3-step success formula. Before we go into that, Lao Tzu says, the men who are great live with that which is substantial. They do not stay with that which is superficial. They abide with realities. They remain not with what is showy. The one they discard, the other they hold. So if you want to be great, you have to hold on to that which is substantial, not something that is superficial, something that does not last, that has no depth. All right. So the 3-step formula, what does this formula say? It says that there are 3 steps that help you to move from superficiality to granularity. You move from a state of lack of depth, a state of vagueness, to a state of details, attention to details, a state of excellence, where you pay attention to everything, where you do what you're supposed to do, where you are outstanding, you are extraordinary, you are just excellent, right? So it may look simple at first glance, but then it is very deep. Step 1 in this 3-step success formula says learning and growing, and this is the stage of better awareness. You are learning and then you are growing. Then from this step 1, you move to step 2, which is implementation or execution. This is a place where you now start making better choices. From the things that you are learning, you are making better choices. You are knowing what you should go for, what you shouldn't go for, what you should discard, and what you should hold on to. And then step 3, I hope you all can hear me well. Please let me know, I need feedback. Step 3 is the stage of income and impact. Now, from what you have learned and from the growth that you are experiencing, and you are now making better choices, then this can begin to bring in income for you. You can, thank you so much for your feedback. You can start making good money. Not that you planned out or you started out to start making money, but because of the better choices you are making, because you are now aware of yourself, you are learning and you're growing, you will see that reward starts to come in. That reward can be coming in the form of income, and also much more than that is impact. You also begin to affect the lives of other people positively. So you see here that you cannot make any tangible impact if you are not aware of yourself. If you yourself don't even know what you are doing, you don't know what you want out of life, or you are not growing, or you are not making better choices, then there is no way you are going to impact other people. People who make impact, who are great, are those who have realized themselves, who are aware, and who are making good choices. This may sound simple, but if you integrate this over time, you will find out that it is very, very profound. Mr. Riley says, the beginning of transformation is the increase of perception. When you begin to see yourself in a certain way, then transformation begins. But if you are not aware of yourself, you are not even aware that anything is wrong with you or anything is wrong with the way you are living your life, then don't don't expect any transformation. As you see more, you can materialize more. And once you know better, you can achieve bigger. The great women and men of the world, the ones responsible for the magical symphonies, the beautiful movements, the advancement of science and the progress of technology, started by re-engineering their thinking. Everything starts from your mind, from the way you think. That is why mindset is very, very important. Mindset matters. The way you see things, the way you approach life. So if you want to be great, it starts with your thinking. When you start doing this, you start experiencing a great power that even the world or anything in it cannot stop. You automatically start to experience results. Your experience overall, in general, starts to shift. Heroes, titans, and icons all have a personal trait that average performers don't have. There is a part in this book that says that there is so much competition at the ordinary level, so much competition. But when you get to the extraordinary level, there is no competition at all because only few people are there at the extraordinary level. So the competition, there isn't any competition at all. That's just the truth. The best in the world have depth. There is rigor. This is what separates great men and women from average men and women. That's rigor, that depth. Members of the majority often get stuck in the mindset of superficiality in their work. So many people just give into vagueness. They do the minimum thing. They give the minimum standard required. Once they just get it done, they're just passing by. No attention to detail. The spirit of excellence is not in them. What they do is not outstanding. So that is why they really cannot be great. Greatness is not common because not many people can undergo that rigor. For you to pay attention to detail, you must be detailed yourself. You must be ready to go through the pain. 95% of performers don't invest painstaking attention into the tiniest of details, and they fail to refine the smallest of finishes, like the great masters do, like the great people do. And for most people, the truth is that it's all about the path of least resistance. There is a law called the law of least effort. As much as that law can help you to start being consistent in whatever you do, it can give you ease into anything that you want to start doing. In case you are struggling with that thing, the law of least effort can help you. But you really don't want to stay stuck with giving the least effort every now and then. Then it means that you become a mediocre at best. So many people want to travel the path of least resistance, where there is no discomfort, where there is no pain, where they can just do the minimum they can do. Some people will even say, oh, I cannot kill myself. I've tried my best. But their best is not enough. You have to apply the mentality of granularity instead of a mindset of superficiality. This is one secret that differentiates great people from average people. Great people have the mindset of granularity. I must get to the root of this thing. I must put in my best. And they do so painstakingly. It is not easy. But if they are doing anything, maybe it's business, they give their clients the best. If they are in a paid employment, 9 to 5, they put in their best, such that if they say they want to resign, the company is going to be begging them, please don't go. How much should we pay you? What do you want? We can increase your salary. We can give you more incentives. Okay, do you need a vacation? They'll be begging them because they have so much value to offer. But superficial people are just getting by. Well, let month end come, let me receive my pay. So nobody is recognizing them. Nobody wants them to stay. In your endeavor, if you want to stand out, you have to put in your best. You have to be a person of excellence. You have to pay attention to detail. You have to go the extra mile. Deliver more than you are paid to do. Under-promise and over-deliver. That is what will set you apart. If you are one of the people who just want to give the least results, they just want to remain at their comfort zone, then you are not going anywhere. Unfortunately, the grade of work you offer to the world reflects the strength of the respect that you have for yourself. If you do shabby jobs, it means that you don't even respect yourself. I see so many people in our world today, especially, what do they call those people? People that do, what's that word now? Artisans, they just do shabby jobs. They don't even work with the hope that, you will call them again. I think many of them just want to get that money, that one-time payment, and then zap. The next time they're looking for the next available customer. What about repeat business? What about retaining the people who are patronizing you? But if you do shabby jobs, nobody's going to come back to you. And if you do shabby jobs for people, it means that you don't respect yourself. Because if you respect yourself enough, you respect them also, and not give them any shabby job. You will not give them anything below standard, anything below your best, anything below excellence. Even if there is a little dent like this, you will want to redo it. You will keep apologizing and apologizing, as in, There is a way you just feel that this is not the kind of work I'm supposed to deliver. You will feel bad about it. But if you don't care, let me just give it to them like that. Or you keep giving excuses. It's because of this, it's because of that. Then it means that you are not ready. Commit to... Sorry, I had a network glitch there. All right, let me take that statement again. Commit to being a highly unusual human being instead of one of those timid souls who behave like everyone else, like living a sloppy life instead of a magnificent one, a derivative life instead of an original one. They're just moving with the crowd. If you fall into this category, well, this is not to judge you or anything like that, to condemn anyone. No, it just means that you are still in step 1 of the 3-step success formula: learning and growing. Start learning, start growing, start becoming aware of yourself so that you can move to step 2, where you start making better choices by implementing and executing what you are learning. And from there you move to step 3, where you now start seeing results. You start making income, and you start making impact from your work, from your choices. People who are up there, they are extraordinary people, and they do what so many people don't want to do: the hard things, the difficult things. They want to go through they go through discomfort. Right? The entrepreneur asked that, well, how is it possible that you pay so much attention to detail in this age and time? Your inbox is full, your telephone is beeping with so many messages. People are waiting for you to attend meetings with them. People need your help, they need consultation, your family is there, different things are there. How do you become so extraordinary? How do you live that life of granularity where you pay so much attention to detail? And the billionaire said, Mr. Riley, he said, less is more. You are attempting too much. You want to be everywhere at the same time. You want to do everything at the same time. Geniuses understand that it is smarter to create one master work than 1,000 ordinary pieces. One of the reasons I love being around the finest arts is the belief that systems, emotional inspiration, and ways of working of those great virtuosos rub off on me. Instead of you wanting to be everywhere, you want to do everything. Try to create one masterpiece. At least let that one stand out. Because you have 100 products in the market, but they are all average. They are all there. They are all ordinary. Nobody is even impressed by them. Nobody is saying, wow. Nobody is being moved by them. Why don't you focus all your attention, create one masterpiece that is irresistible? And then when you get that one done, you can now move on to the next, from one level to another. But in a day, you want to do 10 things. And at the end of the day, none of them is outstanding. You have to deconstruct how the superstars, geniuses, achieve what they do. And you realize that it was their heightened awareness of the opportunities for daily greatness. Every day, they aspire to be great. You aspire to have new ideas. There's so much to learn from this book, honestly. It's just mind-blowing. And I hope that you are reading it. Right. So pay attention to something. Be very good at it, so that when they call the names of the people in that field, your name is going to be one of them. That is just the truth. You have to bring rigor to what you do. Spend weeks, months, and sometimes years getting finishing touches perfect. Spend a lot of time at it. Remove distractions. Force yourself to stay with the work. Even when you feel scared, when you feel alone, when you feel bored, you have to force yourself. If by now you have not learned how to force yourself to be successful, to be great, then you need to start learning it, because your flesh is not going to allow you. Before I came on board this evening, I was feeling very sleepy. I was tired. One mind was telling me, should I cancel this book review? Should I, it's not the first time I feel like that, because I have a very tedious work, right? My days are always very busy. But then I force myself. And every time I open my camera, I plug my microphone to start talking, that energy just comes. And by the time I'm done, I'm glad that I forced myself, that I pushed to do it, because that is one win for me, recorded in my favor. So every time you want to behave the way your flesh is dictating to you, you will never be extraordinary. That is the truth. Once I'm done from here, I just want to take a shower and go to bed. Every time I force myself to read. It's not easy. But if I don't read, how am I supposed to come and do this review? So even at times when I'm tired and my schedule is not allowing me, I'm like, see, the fact that I've committed myself to be doing this review is forcing me to read every single day. And it is a good thing. If you don't have a responsibility, you will never be serious with your life. Responsibility helps you to be responsible. It is as simple as that. We live in a society that drifts away from the truth. They hate people who speak it. Everybody is looking for somebody to validate their laziness, validate their irresponsibility, validate their shabby and sloppy jobs. But if you find somebody who will tell you the truth, you had better take it seriously. The majority of people on the planet today really are trapped in superficiality, superficial understanding of their power to rise, superficial intimacy, with the possibilities, superficial everything, superficial ambition. They are vague. Average people, they want directions all the time. Even the instructions are unclear. That is because the way they think is unclear. If you ask a superficial person for direction, maybe you're about to miss your way and you ask for direction, the direction the person will give you is going to be unclear because the person's thinking mind is clouded. The person's life is unclear. The person's sense of reasoning is unclear. That's why you should be careful of who you ask for direction, whether direction to locate a place or direction in life in general. Right. Legendary achievers are vastly different. They get their amateur levels of awareness. They get that the amateur levels of awareness will never lead to the highest grade of professional results. So their attention to the slightest of particulars, to dedication, is top-notch. Top-notch. But then the ordinary person just wants to be obsessed with least resistance, comfort. So the point is that the top 5% go granular. They pay attention to detail. They are excellent. They painstakingly do what they are supposed to do for the best results possible. But then the 95%, what do? They are superficial in their mindset, daily attitudes, behaviors, and activities. Let me see. I need to move fast. So I'm just going to be picking a few points here and there. Let me go to the part of businesses. Very few business people and those in other fields like art, science, and sports think and behave like this. Okay, I've missed something there. Right. What do? Developing high awareness around the things that we do and having a painstaking approach to making our work perfect. We need to be used to refining the details, sweating the little points. When people come to you, maybe people who are working for you, they do shabby jobs, don't allow it to fly. Correct it immediately. Don't overlook any error, even if you think that, it's just a slight error. You may have a client who is so detailed and the person picks it up and the person sees you to be unserious. That's why we have to be very, very careful. You have to be a person of rigor. The spellbinder taught Mr. Riley something. He taught him the dark side of genius. That means that people who are great, geniuses, even though they are great and everything, but the same thing, the same gifts and talents that make them great. Okay, this is in response to the question asked by the entrepreneur, that can you apply this kind of rigor and granularity in your personal relationship? And he says, unfortunately, Mr. Riley says, unfortunately, people who are great, who are geniuses, they don't have, many of them, not all, many of them don't have great personal relationships. Their private lives are sometimes messy because they are often misunderstood. Some of them are seen to be rigid. The same traits, characteristics that made them to be great in their works, in their crafts, are the same things that make their personal lives not to be so great. So what is making them great in their work is now coming as a defect in their personal relationships. You find that some of them are not married, some of them are divorced, some of them don't know how to get along with people and things like that. So what do? We need a balance. As much as you want to be great, make sure that you're also checking your character. You're giving time to your marriage, you're bonding with your children, so that you are not a victim of the dark side of genius. Your gifts don't become defects. They don't become a clog in the wheel of your progress. You really have to check that. Make sure that you are still human. And remember that with better daily awareness, you can make better daily choices. And with better daily choices, you start seeing better daily results. The Spellbinder calls this the 3-step success formula. Let me take that again. With better daily awareness, you can make better daily choices. And with better daily choices, you start seeing better daily results. It's in the little things that you see, that you do rather, consistently, every single day. That's Atomic Habits. Atomic Habit, James Clear, says if it is 1% of something that you can do every day, do it every single day, consistently. The result is always tremendous. Very, very tremendous. But what happens today? Especially in business, people who should be working, delighting customers, showcasing extraordinary skills, unlocking otherworldly value for their organizations, so both they and their firms experience success, are watching inane videos on their phones, they're shopping online for shoes, or scrolling aimlessly through social media. I've never seen people so disengaged at work, so checked out and so exhausted, and I've never seen people making so many mistakes. Is that not true? Go to offices today. You see people scrolling on TikTok, Instagram. They are bored. It's just about your mindset. It's becoming an addiction. And so what happens? It affects your work because your attention is divided. You are distracted. There is no way you are distracted and you still put in the best work. It is not possible. You have to train yourself. You have to train your mind. If you train your mind, if you have that depth, that healthy perfectionism, you become what the Spellbinder call gargantuan competitive advantage. You will have it, not become. You will have gargantuan competitive advantage. That is GCA, gargantuan competitive advantage. And this is the advantage you have over every other person. They'll just see you as extraordinary. They'll see you as a master. And in our world today, mastery is very, very rare. And attaining a brilliant level, whether at your work or in anything, is very scarce. There is a lot of competition at the ordinary. Tons of competition at ordinary, but there is almost none at extraordinary. You have to be fully present at what you do. When you clock into work, make sure you work. When you get home to bond with your family, make sure you are truly bonding with them. You drop your phone somewhere. Set up your standards. Get busy on doing those things that will push your life forward. Let consistency be in your DNA. I've said it. You just have to force yourself. The tiny daily wins and iterations that comes with excellence will move your life forward. You just wake up one day, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, and you'll be amazed at the kind of results that you have gotten in your life. It is that simple. We're almost at the end. Well, I guess I'm rushing, but then, So, this is a lesson for us. You've experienced a lot of things, right? And you have learned so much from what we have done today. But Mr. Riley is telling the entrepreneur and the artist that he knows that waking up early is not going to be easy. But then they should just take it easy. They should breathe and relax. Exceptionalism is a journey. So you're on a journey. Don't beat yourself up. Don't be too hard on yourself. What you just need to do is to find a way to get into this habit of waking up early or being the best at whatever you're supposed to be. Being a person of depth, of rigor, healthy perfectionism, not an unhealthy one, healthy perfectionism. If it is not your best, you are not going to give it. It's not going to leave your table. It's not going to leave your phone. It's not going to leave your shelf. Nothing but your best. Have that mindset. This is what separates great people from average people. This is what separates extraordinary people from the ordinary. Right. I want to read this last part. Okay, I think that's all. We've learned about granularity. Ascend into a world of granularity instead of superficiality. All right. Thank you so much. Let's just stop here. That's the end of chapter 9. Don't forget to like this video, share your comments with me, and please subscribe to this channel in case you are yet to subscribe. I remain Alaide Agbaje, also known as First Lady. And on this channel, I inspire you to live intentionally. Yeah, we'll come together again on Monday by God's grace. Make sure that you catch up on this book in case you're lagging behind. Use the weekend to catch up on it. The 5 a.m. club. We are the Intentional Readers Club in case you're just joining. And then if you want to join our club, you can just drop your comments. Come together again on Monday as we review chapter 10, which is titled The 4 Focuses of History Makers. Make sure you don't miss it. Make sure that you have a restful weekend. Thank you and be intentional. Bye-bye.